Morning. So I've got an hour or so until the kids are going to be up. We had a late night last night. So I thought I'd crack on, do a little bit more with this floor pan. So yesterday I managed to sort of tack in the floor extension piece. Brought the domed inner wing together. It's not the best job in the world, but I need to go over it again and make sure it's solid. But rather than sort of weld this up and in and out, I'm going to take out the floor pan today, weld in the strengthening pieces and maybe pop it back in again. So turn the camera around and see literally how I left it yesterday. Plan would be to take out this floor pan, put the strengthening pieces underneath and then put it back in again. Like I said on the last video, I've got the old floor pan out in the garden so I can template the positions quite easily, and then I can get through, maybe tack weld things into place, I don't know, and then I can have a little look and close up these gaps and these holes and things. Last video you might have seen, I didn't really talk about it, this here, this burning, well this is from the other side if you like, so it's just the penetration that happened with the welding, so I'm quite pleased to see that. Not so pleased to see this nastiness, but it'll clean up all right. I mean, a few videos ago, I'm still getting to grips with this welder. It's got new wire on it as well, which seems to have made a massive difference. But it just means I need to spend a bit more time just trying to dial it in. Might do a few bit more practicing on it, but we'll see. Goodness, looking forward to chopping all this out. Horrible, isn't it? Ugh. Yeah, I don't really think there was much left in the old girl, was there really? I think we saved her just in time, maybe. Important to remember, I never really intended to do any of this. It was meant to be just a, oh, we'll have a quick look at things. I think we'll be here for a couple of years, to be honest with you. Oh well, no rush. So yeah, I'm gonna start whipping out the floor. It's only held on with some bolts at the back there. It went in remarkably easily, so hopefully it'll come out remarkably easy. Sod's law says it won't, but we'll give it a go. Alright, bolts are out. Let's see how easy this is going to be. It should be okay. Don't see why not. Some more practice welding I was doing yesterday. We're getting there. I mean, I'm trying to dial in the settings at least. Okay, let's see how we get on. And literally 2 minutes later, done. So that's good. Good news. Interesting things here. There's some captured bolts here. I don't think I'm using. I think they get cut out. I cleaned it all off last time, ready for welding and what have you. But obviously I need to clean off the paint for the strengthening sections. You know, my welds aren't as, you know, not as neat as that, but that's not exactly, you know, super duper. Right, so let's get the plates. In fact, let's do it now. I've got it all here. Let's see what we're dealing with. Let me split this open and I'll get the camera back on. The strengthening sections. One, and this one here, obviously, you can see it's got a slight profile in it. Assuming that's the one that sits over the chassis leg. I can't really work out which way round though, to be honest with you. They're sort of up and down. It's odd. This one's totally straight. Now, I'm going from memory here, but the one with that goes over the chassis leg is it here? And this is the thing, which way round does that go? I'll go and have a look at the other. Let's go and get the other one in here and we can then line it all up. Here we are. So that gives you a good idea of how the two compare. So looking at it, the easiest way to line this through is the chassis leg bolts in line here, you can see the line of the chassis leg, and that's where the flat spot needs to be. Now, it seems that, yeah, see, I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to hammer this flat, aren't I? I mean, it's not the same, is it? I do believe that the let me check I've got the right ones. I mean, I think the saloons have this strengthening piece. They've got a totally different floor pan. Let me have a very quick look, make sure there's not like a weird one for the Traveller or something like that. If not, I mean, yes, it's not even the same size. It's just a bit bigger. I know that it's bent, but see, it's a bit, even that's a bit. I know that's the wrong. I know it's the wrong one, but they're the same size as each other. He says with great confidence. Okay, I have to do a little bit of research, I think, but I think I'm going to have to flatten it out. Because if I just bolt it down as it is, it's going to have a bit of a bump in the floor, isn't it? Let me quickly go online and make sure there's no others types. Well, yeah, right one. I've taken a screenshot. Whether I can add that in to this video, I don't know. We'll see in editing, and then I'll probably put some text in saying, "Oh, yes, I can." Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to flatten it out. How bizarre. Okay, so I mean, I think it's meant to fit here, like this. So these sort of bumpety bits, technical, I know, seem to fit very nicely over these, you know, strengthening indentation things. So maybe that's where it's meant to go, and I just need to flatten down that side. Well, from there onwards. So that's probably what I'm going to do. It's odd though, isn't it? Isn't it odd? I mean, it's not. So that would sit at the back. Would it be the back? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, that's the back piece. How it's bizarre. So it'd be sort of that area. Bong. It just doesn't feel right, but if I put it straight on there, then there will be a bump in the floor. There will be that much of a bump in the floor. That one's flat. Okay, I think I'm going to flatten it. I'm sure someone can tell me that I don't need to, or I've done it wrong, but I'm just thinking, or do I not? Because then it will just lift the whole thing up. Still going to bolt in underneath. I'm going to do a bit more research. I'm really a bit stumped. Right, well, I have found another supplier that does sell, which I'll again screenshot, sells it like that. Just a bit surprising, really, isn't it? I can't work it out. Can't work out why they'd do that. So I think I am going to flatten it out. Seems like the right thing to do. Just, yeah, don't know why you do it. It's just obviously a little bit wrong. But anyway, right, on we go. You know, I'm really not sure about this. It's just mullering it, isn't it? I don't have like a serious press here. So it's easy enough to get the lips over, but I don't think I'm going to be able to flatten out that middle section. It's just profiled too tightly. I don't know. Let's tack it on and just pop it in and see how it works out with the floor. I'm just a bit surprised, really. It's just doesn't feel right, but give it a go. Like I say, if I tack it on, I can always take it off again if it leaves a huge bump in the floor. because that's going to be sitting around about here. Like that. Maybe it'd be okay. I mean, maybe the idea is that you got the thickness of that plate, I suppose. I don't know. Okay, so I've cleaned off where the plates are going to go. And I've cleaned up the plates. They're going to be welded. So I put a bit of primer on them. Give it a little bit of time. Tack them on. Pop it back. That's the plan anyway. They're primed up now. And they, oh, sun's come out a bit. That's nice. Climbed up the patches here. Now, I will be getting, well, once everything's back together, I imagine I'll be going underneath all of this and doing a proper job with some kind of undercoat, something like that. So, but just for the time being and for welding purposes, this will do. And then whilst that's drying, it's a cup of tea, but also smoking some meat today. So, yeah, we've got a bit of temperature. We need this a little bit higher, but this will be smoking for about 6 hours, I think. I'll have a quick look. Actually, it's been in there about an hour. Need to spritz it so it doesn't dry out. Not that I think it will. So the first reveal, this is very exciting. Ooh, looking all right. Looking all right. So I'm gonna get some cider, spray that on there. A few more hours to go on there. Well and truly distracted. I mean, it's got nothing to do with Morris Minors, but so what? Cut the grass. Look at that. But we are another hour and a half in. So, we might as well have another look together. Still, I'm struggling to get the temperature up, but crucial, doesn't really matter. And zing! Oh, it's looking good. Bit more cider on top. Turn it over. Lovely. Well, I seem to have got even more distracted. Pretty sure that's probably going to be the name of the video, but it's not too hot today. They need a good stroll, and maybe I do too. So here we are. Probably will get back onto the car later today though, maybe this evening. If not, this is the end of the video. It is a day of distractions. So now we've also just come back from taking the kids swimming, so a busy day. Didn't the garden look nice? Nice. Anyway, so I'm gonna try and get the strengthening plates on now. Maybe then position. Oh yeah, that's dried too. So yeah, pop these on and then maybe get it lined up. I don't know, but it's been quite a long day, as you can see. Right, so I've got a few welds on there. I'm gonna let that cool down. They're not great. I'm still struggling to dial in this new welder, you know. A bit more practice required. I think it doesn't really matter on something like this, but nice to get a nice neat finish at least. I'm getting penetration, but it keeps bouncing back. And when I turn it up to 3, it tends to burn holes, and when I turn it down to 2, it doesn't seem to penetrate enough. So I think I've got to mess around with the speed really on the wire. Not too sure what else it could be, but we'll get there. So anyway, yeah, lots of distractions today. Didn't do quite as much as I thought we'd do, but nevertheless still a half decent step forwards. So over the next few days, hopefully, we can get this back in and start messing around in trying to line things up and tidy that area up. Be good to get it in though, wouldn't it? Once that's in, we can put in the new sills, because we've got something to line up to then. Cut a bit more cutting out and what have you, but maybe over the next month or so we can get this part rebuilt. Then move on to the other side, which you can see a hole of rust through there. So we're going to be doing this all over again, and then decisions can be made as to what to do with this chassis. Still in 2 minds what to do, but that's for another day. So there we are. Thanks for the time.